Yo, what is up, guys? My name is Nicholas Earl, and welcome back to another episode of Earl Sports Bets. And today, we had a 10-game NHL slate, so we have a nice big slate of games to go over. And we have 7 plays for today's games. I like this card a little bit. I have some spots I really like. So, before we get into the video, before we get into yesterday's recap, you guys know what to do. Give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and you can follow us on our socials at Earl Sports Bets on Instagram and at Bets Earl on Twitter, as well as we have a Discord channel, a Discord chat in the description below. You can find the link to that if you guys want to join it. And as always, leave a comment in the comment section below who your favorite NHL play is for today. All right, quick little recap of yesterday, seeing that we have a big slate. I'm not going to go too in-depth onto these plays. We went 1-1. We had the Rangers plus 152. They lost 1-0. And then we had the Blues minus 120, and they took care of business against the Coyotes. After 3 straight losses, they got the win 4-1. We are now 1-1, 67, 68, and 1 in our picks, 49.6%. All right, let's get that percentage up. Today we have 7 plays to look at, starting with the Ottawa Senators taking on the Winnipeg Jets at 3 o'clock here. Minus 228 for the Jets, plus 204 for the Senators. It looks like it's going to be Hogberg and Hellebuck in net today for the two teams. And then, honestly, this game is one of those where it's just way too wide for me to even think about betting it. One of those minus 200 games that is looking at it, it would be dog or pass, and Ottawa has yet to figure out the Winnipeg Jets this year so far. Winnipeg's 4-0 against the Senators. My lean is towards the Winnipeg Jets, but there's no way I am betting them. I wouldn't even think to parlay something like that. But we're going to be passing on the Winnipeg Jets and the Ottawa Senators today. Next, we have the Vegas Golden Knights taking on the San Jose Sharks. Minus 180 for the Knights, plus 162 for the Sharks. This is the Sharks' first home game of the year after a 12-game road trip to start the season. They're finally at home, and they're playing a pissed-off Vegas Golden Knights team that was just shut out last game. This is not going to be close. I have a feeling that this is going to be an absolute runaway for the Vegas Golden Knights. Minus 180, I mean, that's one of the lower prices we've seen for Vegas so far this season. I'm still not going to be laying that, though. If anything, I would think to the puck line at plus 128. But this is once again a pass for me this game. My lean is towards the Vegas Golden Knights puck line, but this game is probably going to just be a straight-up pass for me. Once again, it's one of those games where the lines get a little wide. I think the most I really lay on a team is minus 160. So minus 180 is a little wide for me. So pass on the first 2 games that start today, which means we're going to have tons of plays in these last 8 games. We're going to have 7 plays in the last 8 games, starting with the New York Islanders hosting the Boston Bruins. Minus 131 for the Bruins, plus 119 for the Isles. Over under 5 goals, and this is going to be an interesting game. 5 total, which is the lowest we've seen all season. I think we've seen it only one other time. And looking at this game, Boston coming off of a back-to-back with the win yesterday versus the Rangers. Islanders coming off of a day of rest after a heartbreaking loss versus the Pittsburgh Penguins when they gave up a game-tying goal with 18 seconds left and lost in a shootout. Expect this Islanders team to come out playing really good hockey, get a jump on the Bruins, and play a full 60 minutes. The Islanders are the only team to be able to beat the Bruins so far this season in regulation. We're going to be going with the Isles here at plus 119 to beat the Bruins. I think this is just a good spot for them. These are 2 of the top 5 defenses in the league, so maybe expect a 2-1, 1-0 type of game. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw that. So give me the Isles plus 119 versus the Bruins. Next, we have the Tampa Bay Lightning taking on the Florida Panthers. Minus 137 for the Lightning, plus 124 for the Panthers. And this is an absolute revenge game here. for Tampa Bay, trying to get that, trying to turn around and beat the Panthers after they took care after the Panthers beat the Lightning pretty well a couple nights ago. And we're getting the Lightning at a very good price, I think, at minus 137. This is going to be a fun game. Unfortunately for Tampa Bay, Stamkos is going to be out, but maybe expect someone like Killorn to step up and play a little bit better and take more minutes and look for more secondary scoring from this Tampa Bay Lightning team, more from that second line, maybe a little bit more from that third line with Gaudreau. But we're going to be going with Tampa Bay in this matchup. I think they get the win. I don't see Tampa Bay losing 2 games in a row to the same team. Tampa Bay is definitely a cup contender again. They're second in the league in points scored per game. They're second in the league in goals allowed per game, and they have the 8th best power play in the league. So this is definitely a top team, not one I want to meet in the playoffs. Tampa Bay is going to be a force to be reckoned with, and the line's only getting smaller for them. It just went from minus 138 to minus 136. So we're getting an even better price for these Tampa Bay Lightning. Give me the Lightning, minus 136 versus the Florida Panthers. Next, we have the Montreal Canadiens taking on the Toronto Maple Leafs, minus 130 for the Leafs, plus 118 for the Canadiens. Looks like we're going to get Carey Price versus Frederik Andersen in goal for these two teams. And looking at this matchup, I think Toronto is just clearly the better team. They have the Canadiens number so far this season. They beat them a couple days ago. They beat them on the first game of the season. This Toronto team has the top offense, the 8th best defense, the better power play. This team averages more goals a game than the Canadiens. They give up less goals per game than the Canadiens. They have a better power play percentage than the Canadiens. This Toronto team is a force to be reckoned with. I think they get the job done today versus the Montreal Canadiens. Minus 130, not a terrible price. It's a little high considering I think these two teams are relatively close, but I think Toronto is still the better team. Give them the win today versus the Canadiens. Next, we have, stop me if you've heard this one before, the St. Louis Blues taking on the Arizona Coyotes. These two teams played yesterday and a couple days before that, and a couple days before that, and a couple days before that. This is their 6th straight game against each other. That being said, I'm going to pass straight up on this one. I'm tired of handicapping this matchup. I think this is a very close matchup. I don't really want to pick a side here. I would lean towards St. Louis, but ever so slightly. I think this is literally a toss-up, and these odds are about right. So give me a pass for St. Louis and Arizona. Next, we have the Detroit Red Wings and the Nashville Predators, minus 161 for the Predators, plus 145 for the Red Wings. We're going to get Thomas Greiss taking on Pekka Rinne in net, and these two teams suck. That being said, I think these two teams are very equal to each other. I think that they're definitely 7th and 8th in their division. And I am on the fade Nashville train all year long this year. And we're going to continue that with this one here. We're going to try to get that big plus price tag with the Detroit Red Wings, plus 145. I think they can get the job done here. They lost last game with Nashville scored a goal, I think, with less than 2 minutes to go in the last game to take the lead. I can definitely see the Red Wings giving Nashville fits here. Give me the Red Wings, plus 145 versus Predators. Next, we have the Carolina Hurricanes taking on the Dallas Stars, minus 123 for the Hurricanes, plus 111 for the Stars. And this is a matchup where these two teams are really, really good. I think these are potentially 2 of the top 3 teams in that Central Division, maybe top 4. I think these are both playoff teams, as well as the matchup between the Lightning and the Panthers. I think those 4 teams are going to make the playoffs from this league, from this division. And this is the story of Dallas is a better statistical team. They score more goals per game. They give up less goals per game. They have a better power play. The problem is this Dallas Stars team, number 1, they have injuries. Number 2, they can't figure out this Carolina Hurricanes team. And until the Dallas Stars prove that they can beat this team, we're going to keep going back to them Hurricanes until they prove us wrong. Give me the Carolina Hurricanes here, It's going to be James Reimer versus Antoine Khudobin. Reimer's been playing really good since the hemorrhagic injury. Give me the Carolina Hurricanes minus 123 versus the Dallas Stars. All right, 2 more games to go on this slate. We have the Columbus Blue Jackets taking on the Chicago Blackhawks, minus 104 for the Blue Jackets, minus 106 for the Blackhawks, over under 5.5 goals. And wow, this was a hell of a game the other night. And I expect a totally different game tonight. I think this is going to be more of a lockdown, play defense type of game. I'm leaning towards the under if we're looking at totals. But I'm going to go with the side here. And I'm going to say that the market has overreacted just a little bit to Chicago's start to the season. Lincoln, I think, is going to regress a little bit in goal. Suter has been playing really well as a rookie for Chicago. I think he's going to start to regress a little bit. And I think this team, this power play for Chicago has been really good. 36%. That's going to digress. I don't think the Chicago team is as good as these markets are giving them respect for. I think Columbus is going to take a huge step up as Patrick Laine continues to get adjusted to this team. Rosovich has been playing really well since being acquired from Winnipeg in that Laine trade. I really like the Columbus Blue Jackets to maybe start to go in a better trend here and maybe push for number 4 seed in this division. Give me Columbus minus 104. I love the pick'em price versus the Chicago Blackhawks. In our final game of the night, we have the Calgary Flames taking on the Vancouver Canucks, minus 131 for the Flames, plus 119 for the Canucks. And kind of the way Nashville is in that Central Division is the way I see Vancouver in this Northern Division. Their team, I'm going to fade. I think they're extremely overrated. Their defense sucks. They're making way too many mistakes on offense, turning over the puck. This is just a team that is a very fadeable team, and I see them as potentially getting a top 3 pick in the draft bad. We're going to go back to Calgary here, just like with Carolina. Until they prove us wrong against this Vancouver team, we're going to go Calgary to get the job done. So give me the Flames, minus 131 versus the Vancouver Canucks. All right, let's go over our plays for today. Then we're going to head on out for this video. We have the New York Islanders at plus 119 versus the Boston Bruins. We have the Tampa Bay Lightning minus 136 versus the Florida Panthers. We have the Maple Leafs minus 130 versus the Canadiens. Detroit Red Wings plus 145 versus the Nashville Predators. Hurricanes minus 123 versus the Stars. Blue Jackets minus 104 versus the Blackhawks. And the Flames minus 131 versus the Canucks. If this information was helpful to you guys at all, feel free to hit that thumbs up button down below and that subscribe button. It takes all of 2 seconds, and it's much appreciated from us here at NHL Sports Bets. We have daily content. We're constantly pumping out the content here for sports betting on this channel, a wide range of sports. So make sure you subscribe and have those post notifications on so you know exactly when we come out with a video, so we can all try to make money together. But that's going to just about do it for this video. I want to thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe as always, and let's make some money, cash some bets tonight in the NHL. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys.